Team news-wise for both sides, Hull City make 3 changes to that 1-1 draw at QPR, and the big change, of course, it's the enforced one. Harvey Cartwright gets his first league start for Hull City. His last league start in any form was for Gainsborough Trinity against Stafford Rangers in front of just 550 people. The back 4 for the Tigers tonight sees one change as Callum Elder is dropped, replaced by Brandon Fleming. Greaves, McLaughlin and Bernard complete it. Slater is preferred in midfield to Alfie Jones, with Smallwood alongside him as the captain. And then the same front men, Longman, Honeyman, Keane Lewis Potter and Marcus Force, who's looking for back-to-back goals. The bench for the Tigers tonight is David Robson, Greg Doherty, Alfie Jones, George Moncur, Tyler Smith, Tom Huddleston and Liam Walsh. So no sign of Tom Eve still, and no sign of Syed Manesh. Styles takes a touch as Hull City win possession for the first time and can control the ball and now start to build their first move. McLaughlin to Bernard, into Honeyman at halfway. Honeyman returns it along the deck to Bernard, trundling down the right-hand side, looks to pick out Longman. Bernard presses and gets across to the back post for Keane Lewis Potter, fluffs his lines. He arrived very much like the Swansea goal, unmarked at the back stick, delightful delivery, this time from Bernard, who's looking for his first assist of the season. Beautifully floated towards the back post. It rooted Collins in his goal mouth. Keane Lewis Potter, however, a bit like Morris at the other end, will be annoyed he didn't get a good, significant touch. Hull City, 2 minutes in, should be 1-0 up. Just passing it around whilst Hull City holds station defensively. Another long direct ball. Hellick has stayed forward from the back 3. It bounces behind him into Queenar. Now Hellick, he's the one delivering into the penalty area. Bernard with a free header away, and it will find its way to Longman, but his touch is poor, and Barnsley have it back again 30 yards out. Sliding right-sided ball into Queenar. It's with him, the number 28 takes a swipe at goal. It's pushed out by Cartwright, and in the 6-yard box it is eventually spilled wide of the target. Slater on the right-hand side of the midfield, dawdling on the ball as he looks for options, and McLaughlin can't get it away as well. Barnsley happy to put as many men forward as possible into the penalty area. Morris, first time ball, finds Callum Styles, and Barnsley take the lead. Their performance has warranted it, and Barnsley not letting their away day blues get the better of them. They've only won once since beating Derby County when Hull City then rolled into town, and since then they've only led for 16 minutes away from home, but after 26 and a half minutes they have come up with a goal. A great ball in the end played into Callum Styles, who finished smartly beyond Cartwright, and Hull City need to pick themselves up, give themselves a shake, because at the moment they're nowhere near their best, and 27 minutes in they're being punished, and rightly so. Hull City 0, Barnsley 1. The architects of their own downfall. Honeyman has to scamper back, and Domingos Quina, he will move the ball into the centre for Bassi. He's 30 yards out. Over now towards Jordan Williams. Williams will take a couple of touches, stays still, plays it into Claudio Gomez. Little balls and little short passes in between the markers. It's Styles into the penalty area. Morris, 6 yards out, wanted to take the shot on. There was, thankfully, in Hull City's perspective, enough in front of him to get that ball to safety. But Barnsley have got Hull City absolutely rattled, and Hull City lose possession again, and they're outnumbering them. Shot from at the edge of the penalty area. Claudio Gomez took it on, saved well by Cartwright. The south stand applaud, but the east stand away to my left-hand side as well in the north stand, they're furious because they know that Hull City here after half an hour trail by 1-0, and at times the Hull City players seem to be helping Barnsley whenever they can. And Keane Lewis Potter took a knock earlier on, but seems absolutely fine for now. Hull City's defensive agenda, though, is not very fine at the moment. It's patchy at best. Barnsley having a shot from range. Cartwright, oh, he spilt it, but he's managed to grasp his hands in the 6-yard box onto it as Claudio Gomez was waiting. to hunt the scraps. Cartwright did enough not to push it into the danger that was looming. And it was a shot from a long way out which troubled the goalkeeper. And the Barnsley fans singing away to my left-hand side, "Can we play you every week?" I think that tells the story of, from a Hull City point of view. Bernard has gone for the big angling diagonal ball, and Keane Lewis Potter's going to get onto it. His touch on the left foot sets him up for a drive from 25 yards. It didn't dip enough, but it needed a little bit of a magical moment to inspire Hull City, and Keane Lewis Potter felt he could do it. Smart enough touch, infield, decided just to have a go. Hull City have nothing to lose in this first half. He struck it sweetly, didn't dip enough. So maybe this is the last big opportunity of the first half for either team. And Honeyman from the northwest corner into the penalty area. McLaughlin did get a connection this time, but 2 or 3 in white shirts were around him to force the issue. Fleming under pressure. He's given away a free kick, and he's going to get a booking by Steve Martin, as Brandon Fleming looked to have won the ball and maybe judged for a high foot. That's the only thing really, unless he pulled the man down as well. And Barnsley will take this free kick, and they're going to be very happy with this first half as the ball is up towards the penalty area. Morris, he can bring it down and he can strike! Barnsley double their advantage! Their dream first half is Hull City's nightmare. And Carlton Morris, the man bestowed with the duty of basically following Cauley Woodrow's footsteps, has smashed it into the back of the net for his 4th goal of the season. And Barnsley have made Hull City pay. You wouldn't think they were bottom of the league with no win away from home. Hull City caved in this first half, and the final moment of the first half was as damaging as the performance Hull City have put in. Carlton Morris took it on 18 yards out, pile driver into the back of the net. Cartwright no chance, and Hull City, if they don't pick up their performance, don't look like they've got much of a chance either. It is Hull City 0, Barnsley 2. Just looking at the corner taker, it is Brandon Fleming. Elder found Jones, who found force to get QPR, and Fleming needs a decent delivery. He's got 7 to aim at in the penalty area. Fleming will deliver towards the head of McLaughlin, but it's pouched by Bradley Collins. Sean McLaughlin still waiting for his first goal in a black and amber shirt. It was a nice delivery from Brandon Fleming, and McLaughlin, who has been knocking on the door tonight, trying to get into the right areas to connect, did that time. Preston North End, Nottingham Forest 0-0 at present, and Reading and Birmingham is 0-0. But the shock result of the night is coming here at the MKM Stadium, and not in the way Hull City fans would have drummed it up. It is 2-0 at the moment to Barnsley, but they have possession again in Hull City's half. They are just starting now to shut off the tap of attacking intent, but they are still thinking about a move here as they send the ball forward to Carlton Morris, able to chest it 18 yards out. Will try and tee up Matty Wolfe, and in a little scrappy challenge, Regan Slater wins the ball, sends it long. Tyler Smith onside, clean through. Tyler Smith to finish, surely a one-on-one stop by Bradley Collins. Didn't pick out a corner, and Tyler Smith, undoubtedly by far and away Hull City's best chance of the evening, couldn't pick a corner and couldn't pick Hull City up from the wreckage of a performance they find themselves in tonight. If that had been a goal, would have made this last 20 minutes incredibly interesting. Hull City, in desperation, want to get on with things quickly, but time is against them. And there it is. Full time at the MKM Stadium, and the emotions could not be any different. Barnsley's fans celebrate victory for the first time this season, the first time with their faithful in 726 days, and it came here at the MKM Stadium in 2020. They were locked down when Barnsley were playing their best football. When they returned They've played probably their most dismal football, but tonight they came up against a Hull City team who put in by far and away their most dismal showing of the season so far. Damage done in the first half by a Barnsley team who came out onto the field with no fear and only desire to go and get 3 points. Hull City have been beaten by 2-0.